Hello and welcome to D-SETI. We are talking about extraterrestrial and non-human intelligence contact as dreamlike in nature. So it's really important to know that ET contact is dreamlike, and it often happens during sleep and dream time. People often think of it like a dream and are confused if it was a dream or real. D-SETI is here to say that things can be dreamlike, real, and non-physical at the same time. So saying something is like a dream is not saying it's not real. It's just saying that there is some complexity to the matter that really invites personal exploration. So defining something as dreamlike just invites you to understand it in mythic ways, not logical ways. So we're using multiple ways of knowing. Logical stuff is great. When it's great, it works really well for physical, objective things. Mythic, on the other hand, is wonderful for dealing with self-reports of subjective experiences. So, and dreamlike things. So, ET contact involves bizarre beings and strange events. So ET contact obviously involves bizarre beings and strange events. This is one of the characteristics of this phenomena is it's highly strange. It is really important to know that the researchers studied high strangeness. They use this term high strangeness in ET contact. They're like bilocations, duplications of objects, telepathy, craft that move at right angles, that sort of thing, impossible physics. These are the same exact qualities of bizarreness that we see in REM dreams. It's the same exact. It's pretty much one for one, and I don't know if anyone's actually read through the qualities of phenomena that are highly strange and the quality of dreams, REM dreams, that are highly bizarre, but there's actually one-to-one correspondence, and we use the impossible nature of the bizarre things in dreams as a clue that we're dreaming. This is called paying attention to dream signs in lucid dreaming practice. So I am inviting everyone to pay attention to these dream signs that we might experience in ET contact to wake us up to the deeper reality of what's happening. Anyways, when we look through shamanic and polyphasic dreaming cultures, we see that they respect the reality of entities in their dreams. So the reason why I'm including this point is that when we go, ET contact's highly strange, dreams are highly bizarre, you may still be tempted to go, dreams don't matter because they are made up or dreams or whatever. But I'm saying actually when we look to more than 90% of the cultures on Earth, they honor dreams as real in some way. They require interpretation, they require discernment. They're not stupid people, but they respect these things in ways that the Western culture doesn't. And so I'm saying that there is similarity, and therefore we need to start working with them in more respectful ways. ET contact is generally positive and not psychopathy, meaning it's not, you're not crazy. This isn't a hallucination. I mean, if you're experiencing mental illness, of course, that's what that is. But in general, we cannot make the conclusion that if you see a UFO or have ET contact that you're crazy or hallucinating or anything like that. This is not the case. It is not the case. The APA book, the American Psychological Association published the book, The Variety of Anomalous Experiences, and the authors just say, hey, thousands of people have these things, and they're not psychopathy. There's a survey of over 4,000 experiencers. They reveal about 66% of the people view their experience as positive, 29% as neutral, and only 5% as negative. That's really important to know. Dr. John Mack, then the head of Harvard Psychiatry and a pioneer in abduction research, found that most experiencers had no sign of psychopathy, generally outside of any sort of traumatic stress disorder associated with telling your friends and neighbors about your experiences and the stigmatization you experience. So that's really important to know. Additionally, when we see that there are similar messages of ecological responsibility. So both ET contact and dreams involve dramatic messages of ecological responsibility. So, for instance, there are dreams of catastrophes, tidal waves, all of the world being destroyed. We have dreams of those, and they really wake you up to, hey, you're part of this greater system. This is the same exact sort of themes that come out of ET contact experiences. They go into magic rooms where dream experiences unfold, where there's ecological catastrophe, where these ETs or NHIs tell the experiencer, you have to change your ways. Please talk about this to other people. It's really a one-to-one correspondence as to dream messages and ET contact messages. And it's really important to note that polyphasic and shamanic dreaming cultures can literally map their world through dreaming. They receive messages regarding ecological change, such as the movement of animals or warning of impending climate changes. There are reports of tribes moving up mountains because they knew about tidal waves that came. Turns out the Westerners living on those islands were completely destroyed, but the people who could dream the future or talk to the entities associated with climate, actually, they get knowledge, they take action, they save their communities. This is what's happening in ET contact experiences. These messages are what the bulk of the experiences are about. Both ET contact and dreams respond to mindfulness and intention. So when you apply mindfulness and intention, you can remember your dreams and shift their qualities. ET contact also responds to mindfulness and intention, which appears to shift unwanted experiences and increase the recall of events. You meditate more, you focus on high vibes, you pray to Jesus, you do any of these things that are like traditionally religious or spiritual, your experiences shift and you have a greater capacity for control over them. It's not that Jesus is the antidote to evil aliens. It's that you are actually engaged in a mindfulness or spiritual practice yourself, and Jesus is important to you, and you're changing your system by relating to that religious experience, which in turn changes your interactions with the ETs and non-NHIs. It's not that Jesus is directly saying, no, evil gray aliens, you can't abduct my saved child. It's actually you're being religious, you're being spiritual, you're applying mindfulness and intention, and that is effective for you. So it is effective in shifting your experiences. So when people engage in ET-NHI contact on an ongoing basis, we see their lifestyle actually shifts towards increases of insight, empathy, and ecological responsibility. These are the same exact outcomes you see when you work with dreams. So what is D-SETI? D-SETI stands for either the Dream Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence or the Dream Studies of Extraterrestrial Intelligence, depending on your perspective. ET contact is dreamlike, therefore D-SETI honors the reality of dreams by respecting you, the dreamer, as the final authority regarding the significance of your dream. That includes ontological significance, meaning are you trying to figure out, is this a dream, is this real, or both? You get to figure it out and let me know. D-SETI offers dreamwork sessions and educations through the work of me, Daniel Rekshan. I have a master's degree in East-West psychology, certificate of hypnotherapy, depth hypnosis, beyond quantum healing certification, and I'm a PhD student, the Integral Noetic Science program at CIHS. It is important to note that ET contact and dreamwork are triggering, taboo, and projection prone. So please be mindful as you continue your exploration. You can learn more or schedule time with me at dseti.org.